Hello everybody, hope you all are doing well. I'm Kajuju and this is a deck check. I'll be giving you straight up gameplay and impressions of how well each of the various games work on the Steam Deck, as well as how the controls feel, what settings I had to use to get the game to run smoothly, and whether I personally would prefer to play this game on the PC or on the Steam Deck. I won't be doing any sort of deep dive into the performance or hardware of the Steam Deck itself. I will leave the performance overlay on for FPS for you to observe as we go through this deck check. Timestamps are provided for you to get straight to the part that you are interested in, so be sure to check that out, especially if you just want to see gameplay with no commentary. The game we are checking out is Fall Guys. Fall Guys released in August 2020. If you're not sure what Fall Guys is, it is a massive multiplayer party game with up to 60 players. You go through rounds eliminating the contestants little by little until there is only one for the crown. At the time of this recording, the game's deck compatibility status is unsupported, which means the game's anti-cheat is not configured to support the Steam Deck. So let's take a look on how to get it running. So let me start off by saying that I am not sure if you would get banned for getting by the anti-cheat system on the Steam Deck. So far I have played a lot of rounds and have not run into that issue, but if I ever do get banned while this video is out, I'll leave a pinned comment saying that I have, so proceed at your own risk. I will also leave a link to the Reddit post that gave the instructions on how to get the game working. I'm just giving a video representation to help you get the game running. Once you have your Steam Deck loaded up, let's go into desktop mode, since you can pretty much do everything that you need to do in there. Open up Steam and head over to your library. Make sure you have Fall Guys downloaded, and then we are going to go into settings, then go into properties, go down to local files, and hit browse. This is so we can get to the exact location where Fall Guys is installed. Go into the easy anti-cheat folder and copy the easyanti_x64.so file. Go back into Fall Guys folder, then head into Fall Guys _client_game_data folder. Go into the plugins folder, then into the x86_64 folder and paste the file that we have just copied into this location. Head all the way back to your Fall Guys folder, then click on Fall Guys _client.ini. You may need to download a text editor from Discover. I am using text editor by Christian Hergert. So once you have Fall Guys _client.ini open, you're going to change the target application path value to Fall Guys _client_game.exe. Once you have made that change, exit out and be sure to save it. You are done with the Fall Guys folder. The next thing we need to do is go into the search box in our game library and search for Proton. You're going to go into settings for Proton Experimental and use the Bleeding Edge beta branch. But as it states, you should back up your prefixes in case anything happens. I haven't experienced any issues personally, but it is good to be safe just in case. Then you should also see Proton Easy Anti-Cheat Runtime. Make sure you have that downloaded as well and double check to see if it is installed with all the other Proton compatibility. Once that finishes downloading, you should be good to go back into gaming mode, go into Fall Guys' settings, force the compatibility to Proton Experimental, and then you should be fine to just launch the game. And from there, you should be able to join the game. If you get an error about failure to initialize anti-cheat, then you need to make sure Proton Easy Anti-Cheat Runtime is installed and is in the same location as your other Proton compatibilities. Fall Guys defaults to the gamepad with joystick trackpads, and the controls just work out of the box. I don't see a need to change the controls from what you are familiar with for Fall Guys, but if you need to, Steam Controller Config adds an easy way to do so without going into the in-game menu for controls to change them. You can also enable gyro controls, and to be honest, adding gyro controls was a fun control to add. It definitely feels more difficult to look around using gyro controls, but it was good to stand up and just let your body movements move the little bean for you. So I recommend giving it a try just for fun or adding a little challenge. In terms of controls, this game would have been verified if it wasn't for the problems launching the game with anti-cheat. Fall Guys on the Steam Deck runs very well. I have it on high graphics settings and I keep a consistent 60 FPS. Normally I would show you how the different graphics settings perform, but there really isn't a need since the highest graphics settings can reach the max FPS on the Steam Deck. The game looks great on the Steam Deck. You may notice some black borders on the videos, but that is only because of my capture card. It doesn't seem like the game has a 1280 by 800, so the best I can do is 1280 by 720, which creates some black extra spaces at the top and bottom of the screen. Personally, it doesn't bother me, but hopefully the game adds a screen resolution to fill up the Steam Deck screen. Fall Guys was one of the few games I wanted to see running on the Steam Deck. I got tired of playing Fall Guys on my desktop PC, and I was excited to see it coming to Switch. But then that got delayed without any info as to when it will come. But then comes Steam Deck, and it was a much better option than the Switch, mostly because I don't have to buy it again. But sadly, the game's anti-cheat prevents you from playing straight out of the box. Thankfully, the community has found a way to get by it, and it works fine. There was no impact on the performance of the game. The controls worked as expected, and you can keep a consistent 60 FPS nearly the entire time playing. I do hope that the devs see the interest and can find a way to automatically do those adjustments for future Steam Deck owners. So when it comes to whether I would prefer to play this game on my desktop PC or on the Steam Deck, I would prefer to play this game on my Steam Deck. Fall Guys just looks like the type of game that would be great to play on a handheld device. Just hop in for a few rounds to kill your boredom and then move on to something else. But let me know in the comments down below if you think otherwise, or if I missed anything you'd like to see for the next video. If there is a specific game you'd like for me to try out, feel free to leave a suggestion in the comments as well. I'll leave some gameplay after this outro for you to watch if you just want to see gameplay without commentary. Yeah, so remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.
What?